Okay, the next topic is reconciling received not vouchered. I'll let you enjoy that picture of how things should work in the ideal world for a second. Okay, ideally, the received not vouchered account should always reconcile to the open receipts. And here's how it works. And I'm sure some of you are involved in reconciling received not vouchered to open receipts, so you'll be quite familiar with this. If not you, somebody in your company probably is quite familiar with this. So basically, when you do a PO receipt, it does two things. It creates an open receipt in the 43121 table, and the accounting is it debits inventory if you received an inventory item, and it credits received not vouchered. And then the next step, voucher match, clears the open receipt. It debits received not vouchered and credits AP. So the net effect is you don't have any open receipt amount or quantity in the open receipts table, the 43121. That's been cleared. And you don't have anything in the received not vouchered account. You have a credit and a debit, and they cancel out. That's the ideal world. However, reality can be different. And here are 5 or 6 issues that come up that prevent reality from being as good as the ideal world. So all these items like landed costs, receipt routing, problems with multi-currency, all these items can make it difficult to reconcile. Also, it's not easy because there's no clear join between the 911, which is the general ledger detail file, and the open receipts table, the 43121. And adding another layer of complexity is the fact that there are 4 different match types to deal with in the 43121. So, here's some advice from some of our experts. Number 1, make sure that the received not vouchered account is a machine-only posting account. Create separate received not vouchered accounts for stock and non-stock purchasing, so don't mix those into the same received not vouchered account. Reconcile weekly, and be prepared to either develop sophisticated reports to help you find those out-of-balance situations, or use a package like Insight's Reconciler package. This is in part due to the fact that joining these 2 tables is not straightforward. Also, you'll want to print and save the received not vouchered reports at the end of every period. The reason why is there's no received not vouchered as of reporting, so you can't go back later and recreate your received not vouchered reports. However, we do have an article that explains how to do this, and there is code available, and you're welcome to ask us for it. We'll give you information on that at the end. Now, there is some good news here. There could be duplicate liabilities on the balance sheet, which, if you find them and release them, they go straight to the bottom line. Let me explain a little bit about how this happens. First of all, a duplicate liability can occur if someone does a receipt, but then they don't use voucher match. So what happens is they go directly into accounts payable and create the voucher there by mistake. And what's happened is they haven't relieved the received not vouchered account, so you've got a duplicate liability sitting on the balance sheet. So when this duplicate is located, you can create a match voucher, relieve the received not vouchered, and then create a negative unmatched voucher in accounts payable for the match one to zero out the matched voucher. You credit expense for non-stock or PPV for inventory. The result is the bottom line profit goes up. And the person that wrote this article for us describes this in quite a bit of detail, and she's willing to share even more detail with anyone that gets in touch with her. And Nadine told us that at her company they found $1 million of duplicate liabilities that went straight to the bottom line. It was so much money that they didn't even recognize it all the same year. They recognized $500,000 the first year, $500,000 the next year. So that's a great opportunity to find some additional profit that's been locked up in the books. I have 3 articles that I recommend. One is the blog entry about received not vouchers. It's called Pain Relief for JDE, Received Not Vouchered. We have an article by Richard Berry that's very detailed, and then we have Nadine's article. So if you want any of these articles, you can contact Mark Downs at jdtips@erptips.com.